Hey guys, so since I didn't upload a tutorial Wednesday, I thought I'd do 2 tutorials this week. So today's video is gonna be this look, which is a makeup look, and on Wednesday I'm gonna show you this hair look. Watch the rest of this video if you guys want to see how I do my everyday look. Alright, so my face has just been washed. I haven't done anything else. Like, I literally just washed it like 5 minutes ago. So if I haven't put any moisturizer or anything on it, I usually start with this primer, which is a moisturizing primer from the Body Shop, and all products will be labeled down. So that is pretty much it. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the just gonna be the tiniest amount, and I'm just gonna add it to this area here, and I just press it in there just because that's where my pores are. Okay, so that is primer. So now we're gonna move on to foundation. These three, the foundations I've been using lately, just because my skin tone is kind of in between colors right now, so I'm kind of mixing them. So I'm gonna use these two today. And so I mix my foundations on this lid of the whole sponge, which I'll be using later, you'll see, but don't throw away containers because lids make good mixing dishes, and the bottom half makes a good container. So there's no real science to how I mix them. I just mix by eye. Most of the time I'm off, but it's close enough to my shade that it works. Come on. This one's like almost out. Oh, there. Okay, I think that's about good. So this is how much I have. Just gonna mix on the plate. And so lately I've been using a foundation brush. Mix the colors together and apply it all over my face. So as you can see, I've stopped at my forehead. My forehead is significantly darker than the rest of my skin tone. So when I do my forehead, I really have to like blend it in. So I just kind of push it back to near my hairline. And as you can see, I'm not really doing this very detailed. I'm just kind of applying it with this brush. I'm going to go in with a makeup sponge after and blend everything out. So as you can see, this area still needs quite a bit of blending, but that's okay. So that's all the brush is going to do. So this one is not newly washed, but just washed. It's a little, I don't know why it's still stained, but I just washed it, so it is damp. Usually it's not damp because I'm lazy to go wash it. So I'll use makeup setting spray or this mist that kind of just helps sweat it up again. And so now that it is damp, I'm not going to use either yet. I'm just going to kind of start with my forehead and push it back, and then tap it into the rest of my skin. And I used to not care for the beauty, well, I've never had a beauty blender, but I always say it. I usually not care about makeup sponges being damp. Doesn't see a difference, but now I'm really used to it, so it just feels nicer too. Okay, now everything's pretty nicely blended in. I still have a ton of product left, which usually happens just because I like to have a little extra. So I'm just using this smaller brush, and I'm just gonna kind of touch up anywhere that needs retouching up, and then go in with that sponge. not too bad today. I don't have too many blemishes today that I need to blend out. It's usually around my cheeks and my chin, but the chin seems to be good here. Not too much. Alright. Now that it's all blended in, I think. Looks pretty good. I'm just gonna spray some setting spray on it and just do a final pat down. And definitely don't forget the neck. Alright, at this point I don't do anything else yet. I just move on to my brows. So I'm going to use this beige cosmetic brow kit. I did do a review on it, which I will link down below. But I will say at that time I didn't think it was an amazing brow product. Now I like it because it kind of matches my brows nicely because my hair is darker. When I got it, I think my hair was still blonde. Nope, that's not true. When I got it, my hair was not blonde anyway. Whatever. Oh, sorry. Just started doing it. So I usually use the two outer colors, and I don't really use that middle color except for if like I feel like my center part needs to be filled in more, which it usually doesn't. As you can see, it's more of the outer edges that need to be filled in more, so I don't use that center one much. So, and I'm using this brush I actually got, the Amazonian Clay eyebrow kit, which I love the brush. The other color it's a little light right now. It doesn't define my brows as well, so I'm not using it for now. And so I don't really have a brow technique. I just kind of fill in how my brows naturally are, and then I lengthen them a bit, but not really much else to it. So as you can see, this part looks a little small, so this is what I will use the lighter color, fill it in, and just kind of blend it out with the spoolie. So I know people say they always spend a ton of time on their brows. I'm not one of those people. Like, I spend time on it, yeah, but I'm also like a perfectionist, so if I spend too much time on it, it's just gonna look worse. So like right now, this edge part is just not working out with me today. Of course when I film, it's like, nope, we don't want to cooperate. I'm going on the other side, and this brow is not my friend at all. This one has horrible shape, and I really have to shape it in a lot more than the other one. And I've been trying to grow out the brow hairs, and it's just not working. Okay, so just gonna see in the camera. I always kind of look with a close-up mirror and a far-away mirror, just to kind of see both and then see them separately, just so I can kind of make them more even. But yeah, this is roughly how my brows usually are. And I just recently got this product from Hard Candy, and so it's a brow gel and comes with a highlighter on the other side. And this stuff just helps fill in my brows a little more. So I mostly just use it on the outer edge to help darken my brows a bit. Okay, so brows are done. I'm gonna move on to eyes. And I've been doing really simple matte eyes lately, so I'm just gonna start with a little eye primer. It's gonna call eyeshadow. Eye primer. And you really don't need that much. Like, this is more than enough. So I'm just gonna put on both fingers, tap it into my eyes. I can't see what I'm doing. But that's okay because you guys can and you guys know how it looks. Now, I've been using the Stila in the Light palette, and I'm gonna cover this. The only colors really I use are these two colors just for this look lately, and occasionally I might use this for the brow bone and this just for the inner corners, but really these two colors. So I'll show you that look first. The colors are Bliss and Sandstone, and they're just matte colors that look really nice with my skin tone. So I just washed my brushes, so they're still a little wet. I'm trying to find the ones that are driest. So now I'm just gonna pretty much put this color all over my lid and just kind of push it all the way pretty much up to my brow bone. Alright, so that's it. As you can see, not a ton of color. It barely shows up on camera, but it just adds a little bit. And so I'm just using this brush that came with the Naked palette, and I'm gonna grab Sandstone. I'm just grabbing the flat side brush, I guess not the shader. You can see the difference, not the bigger brush but the smaller brush. And I'm just gonna put it on the outer crease. And I grab the tiniest amount of color, just because I usually grab way too much. And just kind of shade in your crease. And then you're gonna grab the other side and just blend it up. So that's what I've been kind of doing my eye. Sometimes I make it a little more dramatic depending on, you know, if I'm going out or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's kind of this outer V area. Same thing on the other eye. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Don't really do a lot. I'll show you how it is if I add Bare, and I really just add Bare to kind of wear my the lid that isn't showing. So if I put my eye like this, you see my full lid, and when I close it, it's gone, that area. And I also use this sometimes to highlight the brow bone. But since I already have something there, I guess I won't today. Like I said, it changes my look depending on if I'm going out, depending on how I feel. So that's it. It just adds a little lightness to my eyes. Okay, so that's it. I don't always do a cat eye, but lately I've been liking it, so I'm just using this NYC eyeliner, which is really popular. You don't know what it's called because, as you can see, it's an older eyeliner. It's missing things. And so I explained it, but I don't know if you guys saw. I just pull it out and I actually wipe these sides off, and so I get really little product, and then I go back into those sides and dip again, so I don't have to put it back in every time. Okay, so I'm just gonna come as close as I can. Hopefully you guys will see the whole time. And so with my right eye, which is my right eye, I usually start at the inner corners and go out. And with my left, I do it the other way. I guess just because of how my hand is, it's just easier. And so for my eye shape, I just kind of make it thicker, just because with the hood, it kind of gets lost a bit. And this stuff does not dry as quick as I would like, so it usually smudges on me because I'm really impatient. But just, you know, take your time with it. And that's the only good thing, that it gives you a lot of leeway time because it does stay wet for a while. Sometimes I'll fan my eyes just to help them dry. Okay. moving on to the next eye. I'm gonna move on to mascara. I'm just gonna curl my lashes. Curl my little non-existent lashes. Sometimes I'll heat it up. Today I just forgot, realistically. Oh, not as bad as I thought. Nice little arms. Okay, mascara. Mascaras I've been using. I use one for every situation. So, lengthener, volumizer, declumper. That's the ones I've been using. So usually go in with my volumizer. Alright, so that's my lashes with mascara. The video cut out and I have no idea when it cut out. So, sorry if you guys missed something. So now I'm just gonna go back in with the other one. The other side. Yeah, big difference with and without. Okay, so that is my lashes. I just find so far this one looks so much better. Honestly, whatever. I just find this combination of mascaras right now. I switch them up all the time, but right now this is kind of the combination I'm liking, and it does make a big difference on my lashes. Oh, tight line. That's what I was gonna do next. So, perversion, talked about this. And so for some reason, I can't seem to get that area that's white. Like my eyeliner doesn't get it. And this doesn't get it. Like, it's just odd. There's always that little area that is white. So, as you can see, the sides really noticeable, that area of white. So I'm just gonna move on to concealer. Two products. One's like an eye primer, the other one, the THRU one. You guys don't know this. And so I like to make that big triangle. And it looks really light. It is really light. And this is darker. So when they're blended together, it looks a lot more natural. But just, I just blend it with my finger. And I try my best to push the product in. I get a little lazy sometimes and I swipe it across. Don't be lazy like me. And I find that when I open my mouth, it just gets it in all those fine lines that I have. Okay, so that's it. That's not done, but that's it. And These are the little sponges that come in that container that I was talking about earlier. And I just like them because of their shape, and they just blend in the concealer really, really nice. They're only like $3 for like a pack of 6 of these. So they're really affordable. Okay, there we go. So it's not perfectly blended, but when I set the powder and everything, it'll look a lot better. So as you can see, it makes a big difference on this side and this side. It's the same thing, unless you want your face to look unsymmetrical. At this point, if I'm gonna add anything to my inner corners or bottom lash line, this is when I do it, just because I find if I do it before the concealer covers it. Right, setting it. So I'm using this mineral powder by the Body Shop, and it's a little darker than my skin tone right now. Not perfect color, but because I'm mostly using it to set the under eyes, it blends kind of everything together. So I just kind of swirl it on the lid, tap out the excess, under tap. So you can see this one kind of looks more normal, where this one still looks a little light. And I just use like the tiniest amount of products, just to kind of help blend it in even more. And I don't put a ton of powder on, just kind of in my T-zone areas. My skin's pretty good while not needing powder. Next up, we are going to contour. And the contour I'm using is this, but it broke. So now it's in this container. This has been my go-to contour, so I ain't gonna waste it. I'm going to put on blush before I blend it together. So using this Revlon blush, it's my go-to blush. I have no idea what the shade is. So just tap it in on the apples of my cheeks. And it looks really strong, which is fine because that's what blending is for. And then I'm just going to grab this big powder brush and blend away. I don't really contour my nose. It's not something I do. Sometimes I do. Lately I just haven't. Okay, so now onto lips. These have been my go-to lip colors. I have a bunch of these Essence glosses in here. A couple butter glosses. The Apocalypse by Revlon. And this from Hard Candy, which is like a favorite. I'm just gonna use this butter gloss called Meringue by NYC. And there you go. Let's add a ton of color. And it definitely makes your lips pink. So move back so you guys can see. It looks like it looks really pale in this light. In normal, not camera quality. I don't know. Just in real life, it looks a little different.